Good morning, welcome to the TDM Travel Show. My special guest this morning is Tony Marshall, Vice President and Managing Director of Agilysys. Tony,
Right.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you.
You too.
Tony, Agilysys, we've just had an amazing breakfast for 22 general managers, owners of hotels here in Bangkok, here at the Hyatt Regency. You're a 40-year-old company, public listed, based out of the US.
Yep.
I understand you've got something like circa 30 products, ranging from PMS, RMS, etc. You've been in Asia, but predominantly Singapore now for 10 years, but new to the Thailand market.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about Agilysys and what you hope to achieve about entering into the Asian market, and
Sure.
particularly Thailand?
Sure. Thanks, Gary. So yes, Agilysys, as you mentioned, 40 years old in the US, primarily working in the gaming industry for a long time, but we cover all hospitality. Hospitality is all we do. All of our people are in-house people, that we have all our own staff across the world. Majority of those are sitting in the R&D space in India, but we're a software house. We sell 30 plus products, as you said, PMS, point of sale, inventory and procurement, and all the endpoints in between. So from booking or even researching to book, right through until the end when you check out and everything in between.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, what I picked up from this morning is that you're very contact-centric, right? And every touch point across a hotel's businesses or a golf course, etc., all interacting together. Explain a little bit more about that and how that works.
So we believe data is key in hospitality, and we think that technology has taken a long time to catch up into that personalisation space. So, it's always about service.
Yeah. Hospitality
is about service, and hotels that do it better than others are obviously going to get the repeat business. So what we believe in is a full ecosystem for hospitality across all the verticals, as I mentioned, under a single guest profile. So what that means is, instead of having all the disparate systems which are not really talking to each other or have multiple profiles for the single person, we do a single guest profile across all systems. So the person that's booking your spa treatment, or the person that's taking you and booking you into a restaurant, or even the front desk person, are all looking at the same system.
Brilliant.
We're all looking at the same profile, and that helps in terms of not only manpower and labour, but it also helps in terms of the guest experience and the profile. So it's more about, in the old days, Uber used to, when they came in, it was all about taxis. It was all about having the monetization of the taxi itself, not so much the profile of the person. Uber changed that. Uber made it all about the profile of the person. Agilysys want to do the same thing for hospitality.
Fantastic. Now, the old saying, you can't manage what you don't measure. This seems to me like a product that enables hotels to pretty much measure a lot of parts of their businesses, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the old days, forever, it's been about RevPAG.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about the revenue per average room, whereas we can add to that or complement that with what we call revenue per available guest, or RevPAG, if you like to call it that way, which is the revenue, the extra revenue that you can pull from knowing your customer, from knowing who they are, what they like to eat, where they like to play golf, if they like to book spa treatments, what spa treatment they'd like to book. And if you have that information and that data, and you can mine that data and use it to your advantage, you can start upselling and offering extras to the guest, which is revenue that you more than likely would not have got to, because you've got all these different profiles and different systems which aren't really talking to each other.
Interesting. So different people within, let's say I'm having a spa in a hotel, technically speaking, the person that's giving me the massage as such, they could be on selling something else, whether it's a tour or activity,
absolutely.
or a dinner for tonight, for example.
Definitely. You could be checking in for dinner and they could say, oh, do you have any plans for the morning? Would you like to have a round of golf? The spa person, as you mentioned, could also say, oh, we've got a wonderful tour going tomorrow or the day after. Would you like to partake? And if they do, they can book it in that system straight away.
Wow.
They don't have to pick up a phone. They don't have to flick between screens. It's all the one booking system with a single profile right through the system.
Yeah.
So they know who that person is and they can book it for them. Alternatively, the guest can do it for themselves. If you've got the booking engine right through your system in terms of externally, so your website or your app, the customer could do that self-service themselves. So when they make a booking at your hotel, they don't just book a room, they can also book dinner that night, they can book a golf tea time the next morning, They can book a massage that afternoon when they get back from golf, and it's all done on one system, all with one profile.
And what's the uplift as far as profit's concerned? I guess you guys are data mining information that you've got from customers in all parts of the world.
Yep.
What does it give a hotel as far as uplift on profit percentage-wise?
A recent study we just did for a property in the US, which was a multi-activity property, had a lot of different touch points such as golf, spa, tours, attractions. There was an average of a 10% revenue uplift based on the propensity of that guest to book the upsells that you've offered. So all opportunities, let's just say as an example, all opportunities came to maybe $500,000 worth of bookings across. We did a data for 1,000 guests. If you could offer everything to them and they took it, let's say $500,000 of revenue could come. But the propensity for them to book is not that high, obviously. You're looking at probably maybe a fifth or a sixth of those people will actually take that upsell. So you can divide that number down by that, and we're still looking at an average of a 10% revenue uplift.
Wow, fantastic. Well, look, you're a very well-established company globally, so I'm going to watch with great interest to see how well you guys do here in Asia, and I have no doubt we're going to see some exciting things coming from Agilysys. So welcome to Bangkok, and hope the rest of the trip goes well.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you.